It is time to crack your beers. The bros are here. We're excited for the very first episode of Beers with the Bros. If you guys don't know who we are, I'm Brad. Your boy Brett is right over there, and Chris is the one down here doing weird things with his tongue. We,
per usual,
as it's an everyday thing. We have a YouTube channel called Good Real Hunting. We've had that for several years, 4 years now, actually, to be exact, right around the corner, at least, Bertman. And over there, we talk about movies, horror movies mostly. And on this channel, the reason we started this channel and this podcast, the Beers with the Bros podcast, is because we wanted to do something a little bit more laid back, a little bit more chill, a little bit more open forum, and talk about all things that we like to talk about and not just horror movies. And on this channel, on this podcast, we're going to be talking about sports. We're going to be talking about movies and everything, food, everything in between. We're just going to be very laid back atmosphere, excited about it. And obviously, we kicked it off right before football season. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of football talk in the first, several weeks of this. You guys probably already know who we are, but if you don't, let's take a minute to go around the room here. Introduce yourself, boys. Let me know. Let the people know. We're here. We're talking about beer. We're talking about sports, all that stuff. Let me know who your favorite football team is, and let me know what your favorite movie is. Brett, man, we'll start with you on that question.
Oh, man, absolutely. So, well, first off, my favorite football team, as you can already tell, is the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, so I'm a big Kansas City fan ever since like the Trent Green, Pierce Holmes, and all those great dynamic players too. And I've been through the rough times, and now, as you can see here, I'm enjoying the good life, living the high life. So I know my buddy. Yeah, hey, you. Down. so yeah, big Kansas City fan. College football, I am a humongous Tennessee Falls fan, so you are going to easily get Tennessee football or Tennessee anything sports related on this channel, absolutely, for sure. My favorite movie of all time, I'm probably, it always switches back and forth with me between four movies, but right now I'm just probably going to go ahead and say it's Spider-Man No Way Home. Just to me, that is just a perfect Spider-Man movie. It's a Spider-Man movie I've been waiting for ever since Tobey Maguire's first Spider-Man movie came out in the early 2000s. I just figured if something like this was going to happen, and it finally happened in 2019, and it was just a freaking banger. It was the perfect Spider-Man movie. And another thing too is my favorite beer. Well, unfortunately, I'm retired for beer with personal reasons for that, mainly for a particular medical reasons, that is. But so I will say my favorite beer that I used to drink, and my favorite beer was a freaking Heineken, man. That was my freaking go-to beer.
Now we find it out. Now we figure this out after you quit drinking. We had trying to get you to drink beers with us for. All right, Chris, let's hear it, man. What about you, my man?
Hey, man, 49ers all day. Obviously, fuck the Chiefs. Oh, sorry, bud. But hey, check this out though. Let's all take a minute to appreciate that he's wearing a Kadarius Toney jersey. Who
I was forced because it was autographed and it was a beautiful birthday gift. So I made a promise of wear for this opening episode. Oh, no, and let y'all, if I could get this, if y'all are watching, that is. Do you see the autograph?
Oh, it's signed. Looks like he dropped a pin when he was signing it, too.
No kidding. Hey, man. You know what? That might be worth like $5 one day or something. Yeah. Probably a lot less than what Brad and I paid for it. But either way. So 49ers all day, man. I think we got it this year, honestly. We've been building for quite a while, and I think we're going to get there this year. We're all big Tennessee fans, so that's going to be a no-brainer. And my favorite movie, Fight Club. All day, every day. I'll die on that hill. I don't think that it's a perfect movie by any means. It just kind of means the most to me. So, Fight Club.
Little David Fincher action, man. I like to see it.
Buddy. Hey, man.
He already screwed himself. You already screwed yourself, Chris. You're not supposed to talk about Fight Club.
That's true.
I know, man. Wow.
You always do it, too. You always do it. Okay, for me personally, I got the Atlanta Falcons jersey on. Like, I'm not a huge, I'm not a diehard fan per se, but I like him. They've been my team since Madden 2004 came out, and Michael Vick was on the cover. But
Michael
Dick, yeah, he's a cousin of mine. Well, no, anyways, okay, so my favorite football team, hands down, though, is the Vols. I have Vols over Falcons. I like the Falcons, but I love the Vols. Tennessee Vols. And, so I'm sorry if you hate the Vols, but, we don't. So that's it. My favorite movie, I've gone back and forth on this as well over the years. I traditionally would say Rocky, but I think now I'm feeling The Shining is my favorite movie, man. I just visit it the most. It's one I see every year, every October, and I really like to, dive deep into it and learn more about it and stuff like that. That's kind of been my obsession over the last several years. So it's kind of hard to say anything other than that at this point. But again, it's not locked in stone, but that's where I'm going to roll with at this juncture. So
shine
take
on.
it back.
No, you're not allowed to say that anymore.
Shine it on. Shine it on.
My brain was going in so many different directions whenever you pulled that beat out. I thought you were trying to do John Cena. Did it not sound like he was going in that direction?
Chris, let me know too. What's your, I know you got a lot of beers that you've drank and stuff, but what's your favorite kind of beer? I already know the answer to this, but for the people who are around, what's your favorite? What's your go-to if you're at a brewery and you have to pick one particular style of a beer? Which one you jump it on?
God, man, I've been trying to change this lately, but I can't get out of the IPA realm, man. It's just so good, and it's a cool style because there's a lot of variations on it. But if I'm going to a brewery, I walk in there and I try a couple different things, but I'm always going for the IPA first, man. I have to.
They got the most flavor. I'm with you on that. They got the most flavor. They're the most full.
Although I have really been coming around to sours lately. It's really good. Summer, perfect time for sours, man. Actually, that's what we're got right now, man. PB&J.
Yeah, some of those sours you had me crushing down the other day. Delicious, fantastic. But I'm going to say IPA for now as well. The next segment here today, ladies and gents, is going to be just another moment for you to get to know us a little bit better. And this is something that we're stealing from Brett and I's podcast, Real Talk, over on Good Real Hunting. It's called the Rapid Fire segment. On that podcast, we always ask our guest a series of rapid fire questions, as many as we can get through in a minute and a half. In this case today, we're going to be giving it a minute. But these are going to be kind of yes, no, either or, one-word response type questions. We can kick that off, Brett, man, with you asking Chris some questions.
Oh, buddy, man.
Do me.
I'm going to embarrass the hell out of you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. That'll come later on when the booze starts kicking in. But
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille.
I just got you some wise fire, kind of like show-related here. So, Chris, whenever you're ready, I will start your timer.
Hey, baby, I'm always ready. Hit me.
All right, I'll thrill you. So let's do it. Favorite 49er of all time?
49er of all time, Jerry Rice.
Favorite flavor of wings?
Favorite flavor of wings, spicy Thai.
Favorite liquor?
Favorite liquor, Scotch.
Favorite movie genre?
Drama.
Favorite football game of all time?
Pass.
Favorite mixed drink?
Favorite mixed drink, Sazerac.
Favorite horror movie?
Favorite horror movie, The Shining.
Favorite sports memory?
Favorite sports memory, watching the 49ers beat the Eagles last year.
Have a drink with anybody. Who would it be? If you can have a drink with anybody.
My dad.
Favorite sports snack?
Favorite sports snack, hot dog.
I like hot dogs.
Okay.
Favorite sports moment. I was like, man, it would have took me forever to come up with something for that. That's
I know, obviously. But hey, I like to put you on the spot, man.
For me, it's obviously Average Joe's coming back, beating the Globo Gym in the championship.
That's not like a sports moment.
It's on ESPN 88, man.
Hey, you be careful right there. That's a warning.
Awesome, good job. You know exactly what we're working with there, Chris. That's perfect. You did a good job with it, Chris. It's going to be your turn to ask me some questions now.
Okay. Now I'm going to let you know, Brad. I'm going to get the hard hitting questions answered right out of the gate here, bub. So you let me know whenever you're ready, dude.
Hit me with it. I think I'm ready to roll.
I'm turning up the heater, dude.
Here we go. The timer will start now.
Okay, bingo, baby. Dogs or cats?
Dogs. Fuck.
Okay, shoe size?
12.
Alabama or Georgia?
Fuck. Oh gosh. Bama.
Okay. Favorite author?
Stephen King.
Okay. Favorite Vol?
Juwan Jennings.
Okay. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Long Legs or Silence of the Lambs?
Silence of the Lambs.
Okay. Outside of the Vols, who is your favorite college team?
Oregon.
Okay. Let's see. What's your favorite movie quote?
I'd buy that for $1.
Okay. Desmond Ritter or Marcus Mariota?
God, what the fuck? Marcus Mariota.
Okay. Philly steak or Cuban sandwich?
Oh, Cuban sandwich.
Okay. What do you think is the most underrated movie of all time?
Oh, still Dr. Sleep.
Okay.
That's a tough one. Man. You threw some zingers in there. Bama or Georgia? That's a lose-lose situation.
I know,
favorite Vols? They're all my favorite. I could have said Peyton Manning, but that's cliche.
You could have said refuse the answer.
That's true. I should have done that. I should have passed like Chris's bitch ass did. Anyway, all right. So I'm scared. All right. I will.
Fair? Or do you want me
No. It was fair. I like it. I like the question. It was good. Yeah. Okay. So now I will ask. Bertie. I'm gonna ask you some questions whenever you're ready, man. I got some for you. This was the fire round was Brett's idea in Real Talk, and now he's going to be the victim of the fire round or the whatever you want to call it. So it's time for you to answer some questions this time, Bertie boy.
All right, here we
College or professional football?
Professional football.
What's your favorite sport other than football?
Shit. Basketball.
What's your favorite ice cream mix-in?
Cookies and cream.
Chili's or Texas Roadhouse?
You evil bastard. Texas Roadhouse.
What's your favorite cut of steak?
I am a ribeye now.
Hell yeah. CM Punk or Triple H?
CM Punk.
Fajitas or Phillies?
Fajitas.
All right. Would you rather Tennessee, the Vols, make it to a championship and lose, or see the Chiefs win a third year?
See Chiefs win a third year. Make that history repeat.
Oh, boneless wings or traditional wings?
Traditional wings.
Would you rather have unlimited access to your 5 favorite movies on an island? You're stuck on an island, or would you rather have access to all movies one time?
Movies on an island.
Which one? Oh. Would you rather have your 5 favorite movies of all time on your island, or access to all movies? Okay, cool.
Yeah, the 5 movies. And just to make a clear indication, I'm easily team flats on the wings.
Hey, dude, clear. Hey, 100%. I used to be a drumstick guy back in the day. Not anymore.
God, we're all in the same boat, man. Because I was only drumsticks for the longest time, dude. Now I'm flats.
You can get the.
Well, I mean, I like a mix, but
I like my chicks like I love having my wings flat. I'm just kidding.
Whoa,
there's something, they just have the flavor. You can yam your tongue in there and get that chicken out. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Plus, it's a perfect way to determine how good the wing is, man. Because if it's done really well, you can just grab those bones, crunch it up a little bit, man. You get that meat right off there, dude.
Suck all the meat off. You could suck it right off.
Freaking suck some of the wing, but no. And another thing too is I hate to do the balls that dirty, man. But man, when there's history in the NFL, there's never been a 3-peat team ever. I have to go with it. I'm sure Tennessee can survive one more season, and then the next year we can go win a natty.
Hey, I'm down. These are tough questions sometimes. Sometimes you can't. So you're going to have to make a sacrifice one way or another. And that's the whole point. It's a fun time. It's a fun segment. Like I said, we'll probably see that come back. Every week, I think we're going to do something as a unit, like as a group like that, some kind of fun game. This week, it was the fire segment. Another week, it might be like a mini tournament. Another week, it might be something else. That's going to be planned out every week, though. Just a little segment for us to have a little fun, a little gameplay, if you will. So I like it. I think it's fun. We all learned a little bit more about each other there. So I appreciate that. So another thing that we're doing here today is going to be a little bit of a competition. I'm going to be putting Chris up against Bert, and this is a subjective thing. It's not going to be, Yeah, it's going to be great. And they don't know what I'm doing yet. Some weeks we'll know, some weeks we don't. This week I got a really easy thing to kind of kick things off. We don't have to go too crazy, too hard in the paint, but I want to put you guys against each other. We can keep track of our scores as we go, through the weeks.
I see what you did there. I'm the Chiefs. He's the 49ers. We're having a little bit of a Super Bowl rematch.
A Super Bowl rematch. This is a showdown. Yeah, it's let's get this fucking guy. Kind of like the last segment. This can be something different every week. It could be any kind of competition that the creativity is out there, and you can do whatever you want to do. This particular week, this is something that me and Bert's been talking about doing for a while, and it's something we'll be doing a lot on this channel. And it's going to be drafts. Okay, we're going to be making some draft picks here. I'm going to have you guys pick a draft. We'll say 5 picks, and I'm going to pick whichever team I like the best here. And the category for this, it's going to be easy. This is an easy start, okay? I'm not going to go too far into the weeds. You're not going to have to do a lot of thinking, a lot of nothing too crazy. I want you each to draft 5 90s movies, and I'm going to pick what I would like the most, which 5 I would want the most. It's subjective. You got to kind of play into what you might know about me. But that's going to be how this one is going to be determined. So whenever you guys are ready and you feel good, we can start the draft process. You can play rock, paper, scissors for the first pick. I don't care. I'm good with that. I like that.
Or how about a little coin toss?
Toss a coin. I like it. You got a coin on hand? Toss the coin.
Yeah. See, just to prove that it's not double-sided. Heads.
Okay, Two-Face.
And I'm sure
Javier Bardem, you mean?
I'm sure Chris is going to say heads because he loves heads. So whenever you're ready, Chris, call it in.
Absolutely not. No, I love tails.
It's heads.
Fuck yeah. Whatever. I don't care.
And
one margarita.
And actually, I'm not scared of Chris picking my movie, and plus I know what he's going to pick immediately. So I'm actually going to pick second.
Okay, you're going to defer your option. I like that.
I'm choosing my list for me. Okay. Hopefully Brad likes it, but I'm choosing my list for me, man.
Hey, good luck, man. That's all I got to say. We did a 90s tournament on Good Will Hunting last year and a half ago. Toughest tournament we've done. Maybe the second toughest. The action movie one's true. No, the 90s one was definitely harder than that, I think.
Oh, 90s was easily the toughest.
I'm not doing this. I want to let this be known. I'm not drafting these by favorite or anything like that. I'm just going to draft them as I witness them. Okay, the first pick of the first draft on Beers with the Bros. Pick number 1, Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
Starting with a banger, man. Starting with a banger. What you got, Birdie?
All right, with my first pick, I'm just going to go ahead and just do some knockout punches here. With the first pick of the 90s movie draft, the Brett Man selects Pulp Fiction.
Ooh, another strong one. Okay. What's your second pick, Bert?
So with the second pick, I'm going to go with The Matrix.
Ooh, The Matrix.
Nice.
Okay.
Very solid
Matrix.
Pick. Okay.
A little action. A little action. A little action.
What have I got here? I am going to mix things up way up. I'm going to go back to back. Jurassic Park.
Fuck! I was not thinking it. Oh, fuck.
And Twister.
Oh, okay. Now you're somebody speaking my language, man, for sure.
Okay. I'm okay with giving up Twister, but Jurassic Park, that's a little bit of a blow for me. Damn it. I'm going to go ahead and go with pick number 3 because I know that off topic. Because with the third pick for me, it's going to be Titanic.
Ooh, okay.
So classic.
Very nice.
The horror fan in me will regret not making this pick, so I'm going to make it for all my horror fans out there that know me personally. It's a movie that means a lot to me, as you can probably see in my background. So I'm going to go ahead and take Scream.
Scream? Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, what you got, Chris? 2 more.
All right, man. You know what? 2 more. I'm going to finish this off strong. I'm first going to draft The Big Lebowski. Obviously,
you got Brad's vote.
And 7.
There it is. Finally, somebody got 7, dude. Holy shit. I thought that was going to be a first pick somewhere. All right, Brett, one more for you.
All right. I'm going to just go ahead and pick the safe pick here. I'm going to go with Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
Ooh,
God, dude.
Nice. You see, I thought you were going to go with Dumb and Dumber, which I'm upset that I didn't have Dumb and Dumber.
No, I don't need to suck up to Brad in order to win this draft. But even though I think Chris got me when he got Jurassic Park mid-round, because I was not expecting you to go Jurassic Park.
Hey, if somebody had Seven and Dumb and Dumber on the same list, game over. That's easy. Here's where I'm at. Okay. I'm just gonna think this out loud. Twister, Seven, I would say Titanic, Pulp Fiction. Those are all movies that I absolutely love. I'm not a huge Jurassic Park fan. I'm not a huge Goodfellas fan. I like The Departed more than I like Goodfellas. That's kind of just where I'm at. For whatever reason, I've just never really got too super invested in the characters of Goodfellas. I caught it late, whatever. This is tough because you guys both have a mix of movies that I love and movies that I'm not, I think might be a little overrated.
I wish we had
the sheer fact that I think Titanic for me is a top 20 movie, as is Twister and Seven. Chris has more of my top 20 movies on his list. Here's what I'm going to do, though. Okay, I'm going to do this because, again, these are based on my personal preferences. My love for Twister, my love for Seven is pulling everything up. I also love the other three that were picked. I got to go with Chris, man. I'm sorry. I got to do it.
No,
it's
that's
basically because he threw two of my favorite two movies in there. I had to go with it. I have to go with it.
Here's the deal. When he threw out Jurassic Park and Twisters back-to-back picks, even I was like, damn, I would pick that list. Like, are you kidding me?
Now, if I had to rank those five movies on his list, I would go Seven best, and then I would go Twister, and then I would probably go Silence of the Lambs, Big Lebowski, and Jurassic Park. Bird, if I did yours, Titanic 1, probably Pulp Fiction 2, The Matrix, Scream, and then Goodfellas. That's kind of how it planned out for me. So, at the end of the day, both really solid lists. If Dumb and Dumber would have made it on there instead of Goodfellas, I think I probably would have gone. I might have gone.
See, I just didn't want to suck up to you, man. Like, because I don't want to win that way. But no, like, I'm not saying Chris did, but I'm just saying, like, I thought about Dumb and Dumber. I was just like, I was not going to win it this way. I will not win it this way.
I did say.
What if instead of Goodfellas, Birdie had chosen Face Off?
Oh!
Instant win.
Instant win. Instant win. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. You guys both did good though.
But no, do you know what I want an opinion of too, if you don't mind, Brad? I like to post this on our socials too with the freaking two teams that me and Chris drafted. And I want to know what the people think. Did I win or did Chris win?
Definitely, man.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let us know. Let us know what you guys think as well in the comments too. Everything like that.
You're leaving that 5-star review on this podcast to help beat us that algorithm.
Absolutely. We really appreciate it. So no, that's great. That's fun. So we'll every week we'll do a little segment like that. Next week I'll say let's do Bert. Bert will run it. Bert will run it. He'll let us know what we're doing, and he'll run me and Chris will go up against each other in this competition. We'll keep the scores. It'll be a good time. So, as long as it's not Mario Party, we're good to go because Brett somehow wins that.
Is it fucking invincible at Mario Party?
Let's draft Mario Party games that Brett can kick your all's ass in.
Shit.
No.
Except for anything that taps the button, because Chris has a unhealthy ability to tap buttons fast.
Moving on, we're going to go into a little bit of discussion segment. Talk a little bit. We'll start by talking a little bit about the movies so far of 2024. I know, Chris, there's a few that you haven't seen yet. There's a few that, whatever. But I kind of want to know from both of you guys. And Chris, we'll let you go first this first time. What's your top 3 movies of the year so far? And what's your 3 most anticipated movies left the rest of the year?
Top 3 that I've seen so far this year. You know what? I mean, I'll give you the answer, but I missed Furiosa in theaters, which fucking pains me to no end. If I had to pick 3 favorite that have come out this year, I feel like this has been kind of a mediocre year, man. Like there's not a whole lot that stands out to me. I mean, even though as much as I don't like it, I would put probably number 3. I would put Longlegs on there. I mean, it's not, and I keep saying it, like I didn't hate it. So I don't want people to misunderstand or you guys to misunderstand. I still love it. I mean, obviously we're quoting it all the time. So Longlegs probably takes number 3, I would say, and keep in mind, I haven't seen a lot. Cuckoo. I haven't seen a lot. So I would say probably at number 2 for me, Civil War. I'm so sorry. I blanked out there for a second. Civil War.
It's
probably.
the alcohol.
Yeah. I mean, I've been drinking a little bit, but Civil War, probably. I enjoyed that quite a bit. I thought that was an interesting take. Not a perfect movie by any means, but just, kind of something interesting that we really haven't seen before. and there was something that came out.
Roadhouse. Where the fuck is everyone?
No, it's not fucking. Oh, I'm so sorry. And Dune. Dune Part 2 is my favorite. Number one. I was like, I know there's a clear.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here with Dune. All right,
yeah,
I'll go.
I know you guys don't like him, but
for me, number 3, Furiosa. Like the hell out of that. That was really the first movie this year that I really, really enjoyed. I thought the year was off to a pretty slow start, and it still, has been a pretty mediocre year. But this last month or two, things have kind of started to move a little bit. Furiosa's number 3, Deadpool and Wolverine number 2. That movie to me is the most entertaining movie of the year. Love the hell out of it. So I can't wait to watch it again. It was just a blast. A lot of good cameos in there, all kinds of great stuff that I really enjoyed. And One Longlegs. Let me in now, and it can be now.
Make me go now,
and it will be not that way. Okay. I don't know all the words, but that's okay. I know the chorus at the beginning and at the end. That's okay. But either way, love the movie. That's my speed. I was telling the boys a minute ago about Seven, how much I love Seven. I just love dark psychological thriller type movies, and this nailed everything that I could be nailed for. When I saw it, it was gritty, it was dark. I loved the hell out of it.
Yeah.
So far,
you're pretty easily nailed.
Yeah, I mean, I stay nailed. Usually.
It's not about the size of the hammer, it's the nail you're throwing it at.
All right, Birdie boy, what's your list looking like?
My number 3, I love how both of you mentioned Furiosa, so I don't quite feel as bad leaving Furiosa off, because Furiosa is my honorable mention at number 4. But my number 3 is Twisters. Like we talked about earlier with the draft and everything, Twister, it's just such a 90s big time hit movie. It's like everybody can quote it. Everybody loves like the Twister and all that. So when I heard they were making Twisters, I was all ready for it. And then like at one point for like 3 straight weeks until like Deadpool and Wolverine came out, that's what everybody was talking about. Glenn Powell, Daisy Edgar Jones, and Twisters. And I just thought it was just so much fun. The 4DX experience. So on August the 30th, Regal's coming back with Twister and Twisters for 4DX experiences. So if you've missed out on Twisters and 4DX, just do both movies in 4DX because they're going to be totally worth it, dude. So I heavily suggest you, if you're listening or watching, absolutely do that. You'll have the most fun time at the theater, rivaling. Actually, this is a nice segue. Rivaling to my number 2 movie of the year, and that's Deadpool Wolverine. This movie was absolutely hilarious. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman were freaking just, their chemistry is just on another level. Plus that opening scene, unforgettable for Deadpool and Wolverine. And of course, my number 1, I'm with Brad. If we're just doing best movie of the year so far with just all-around filmmaking, it's easily Longlegs for me.
Hell yeah, dude. Love the list. Love the list, love it all, and Twisters, 4DX, most suck zones you'll get in a weekend.
Ooh, my favorite Hella Hunt movie.
Wow, yeah.
Okay, let's talk on to some football predictions for the season. I got a list of things. I don't know if we'll get to them all or not, but just basically a few predictions of some of the more hyped up things this offseason that we've been hearing about. If you guys come up with anything while we're going through these and want to throw something out there, throw it on. We'll keep track of them at the end of the season. We'll see how close any of us were. We'll just kind of roundtable it, for whatever it is. The first prediction I wanted to ask you guys about, Caleb Williams, obviously first overall pick in the draft, went to the Bears. Quarterback, Brett hates the guy. Nobody really likes him that much, unless you're a Bears fan, maybe, in which case you might. But the question is that, they got a lot of hype at the Bears. They're excited for the first time in a while. They got some new talent coming into all positions. He's kind of the anchor of everything there. Do we think the Bears will win 10 games this year? In 2024?
Please let me go first on this. Please.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Can I go first on that? No, fuck it.
No, I was like, no, I'll just tell you this here. And I know probably more than likely our Chicago brethrens here, our boys Braden Micio, and our actual new friend that we're going to try to get to know better this year, Blair, all big Chicago football fans. So they're absolutely going to hate me for this. And I don't hate Caleb Williams. I love Caleb Williams. That guy is
loathe entirely.
He's loathe entirely. He's the worst who of them all. And eventually here in a couple of years, he's going to be exactly that, Chris. I'm glad you said that. He is going to be a who? because absolutely not. He's not going to win 10 games for the Chicago Bears. Anybody is freaking insane if you think Caleb Williams in his rookie season is going to lead this particular Bears team to a 10-plus win. Their defense is not good enough, like, to kind of carry Caleb Williams out there. Like, I'm sure they're going to have early season struggles, but that defense is not going to help the Chicago Bears help the mistakes that Caleb Williams is going to make. So absolutely not. And I'll even go one more. I think the Bears are going to be a 7-win team this year.
7.
So whoa! Hey, mark that.
That's without me looking at
there.
the clear schedule. But if I'm just going with my gut, I just feel it's a 7. It's just a 7-win year for the Bears. That Bears.
Okay. Well, Chris, what are your thoughts on this? You think you feel good? You think maybe 10 wins or no?
Now, listen, I just want to let's just vet this just for a second, okay? Because I want to see who, just as a schedule, to see if this changes your mind at all. Obviously, it's not going to. I just wanted to run through it just for a hot second here, okay? So the Bears draw Titans, Texans, Colts. So pretty much the entire NFC or AFC South in the first fucking month of football. But Titans, Texans, Colts, Rams, Panthers, Jags, Commanders, Cardinals, Patriots, Packers, Vikings, Lions, Niners, Vikings, Lions, Seahawks, Packers.
Nope, I'm good. I'm keeping 7.
I
probably will goes from 7 to 5 actually now.
5.
I don't know, man. This is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, because let's keep in mind, even if they win 10 games, that's still 7 losses. I don't know what their schedule was last year. They haven't been good. Their defense is not that much improved, but their offense has improved quite a bit. So I don't hate on the Bears as much as everyone else. I don't like Caleb Williams, but I don't hate on him as much as some other people, namely Brett does. But I will say, as a rookie, there's too many unknowns for me. So I'm going to say no. No, they don't. I don't want to make any kind of predictions, but I don't think they win 10 games, no.
I would venture to agree with both of you. I'm thinking I do think they're improved for sure, and I think they're close. I'm thinking probably 8 or 9, somewhere in that ballpark. Like just, kind of almost 500, maybe slightly over.
Exactly, yeah. That's where I'm thinking, like, just too many unknowns. It's not that I don't like Caleb Williams, but as far as, like, him winning games, being a good quarterback, I don't know. He's still a rookie. That all feeds into it. I don't think they win 10 games this year, no. Especially not in that division where you've got, the Packers who are up and coming, the Lions who are, at this point, bona fide contenders. So I don't think so, man.
Vikings probably pretty weak, though.
Here's the deal, too, Fo. It's just, how do you trust a guy that can't even take a powerhouse USC football team? Because did he not just take them last year to 7-6 and didn't get, or 6-6 and and did not play the bowl game?
8-4 or something. Something. It wasn't good.
It's just it wasn't good. You're telling me, and if here we got Jaden Daniels, who's been looking pretty nifty over there at the Commanders. He should have been the first overall draft pick, because even a veteran corner has already stated with Daniels that this kid's going to be good.
I do think they're going to be improved, and I think they're close, though. I think the Vikings, you could beat the Vikings a couple times, maybe. You could probably beat, you could beat the Colts. You could probably beat the Titans.
Beat the Panthers.
I don't know, man. Anthony Richardson's coming back,
for a game, and then he's going to get hurt again, though.
Yeah, maybe. That could be the case. But,
don't talk like that. I have one of his rookie cards. Do not talk like that.
I hope he does good. I like the
Panthers. They probably beat – no, I don't like the guy. They probably beat the Panthers. They probably beat the Patriots. They probably beat the Cardinals, maybe. They haven't really improved that much, I don't feel
that all depends on Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr.'s chemistry.
Yeah, true.
I like it overall. I think it's good.
Let's not forget the Cardinals' offensive line is absolute dog shit.
Atrocious. So. Yeah, that's Kyler Murray always has to run a mile every single game on the freaking field.
True. Yeah. He runs around a lot, man. All right, I got a few more of these to get through real quick. The next one's going to be this, and I put this in for personal reasons, but I feel good about it. Atlanta Falcons, are they going to win the NFC South or no?
Oh.
I would have to look. I'd have to look at the schedule of all teams.
Again, my gut reaction, I hate to say this, Brad, it's going to be a no, too. For some reason, I just have that feeling about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Plus, with a new coaching staff too, I just don't see a whole lot of winning right now for them. Maybe later on, but I don't think the Falcons have what it takes to finish down the stretch, kind of like a veteran team like the Buccaneers do.
All right.
Do me a favor really quickly. Will you vet and read out for me the Falcons schedule?
Here we go. We got the Steelers, we got the Eagles, we got the Chiefs, we're already fucked. We got the Saints, we got the Bucks, we got the Panthers, we got the Seahawks, the Buccaneers again, the Cowboys, the Saints, the Broncos, the Chargers, the Vikings, the Raiders, the Giants, the Commanders, and the Panthers.
No chance.
No, I think that you have a good chance. Okay, so in contrast, let me read out to you the Buccaneers schedule, which is obviously very similar because y'all are playing the same division, but there's a few what ifs in there because it's kind of similar to that. Okay, so Broncos, Eagles, Falcons, Saints, Ravens, Falcons, Chiefs, 49ers, Giants, Panthers, Raiders, Chargers, Cowboys, Panthers, Saints. So, I mean, there's a lot of losses in here. I mean, they probably could beat the Commanders. The Lions is a loss. They probably maybe beat the Broncos. Eagles. The Eagles are a big question mark for me this year. I mean, I don't know. They really fell apart after the Niners came in and broke their spirit last year. They really fell apart. Mm-hmm. Falcons, it's a divisional game. So you guys always, no matter how good either team is, you guys are always kind of going to go back and forth. The Chiefs are going to beat the shit out of them. I think the Niners are going to
beat the fuck out of here.
Easy.
The Cowboys are going to beat the shit out of them. So there's at least 6 or 7 losses on here for the Buccaneers. I don't know, man. What do you think?
I feel good about it, and I'll tell you what.
I think they have as good a shot at getting the NFC South as the Buccaneers do. I wouldn't give it to any.
You gonna say yay or nay?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say the Falcons win the NFC South.
I'm gonna say yay too, and here's why. We almost won it last year, and we sucked ass.
Right.
And I think we greatly.
The Panthers.
I think the improvements that the Falcons made on their team far outweigh the improvements any of the other teams made in the league. So I think we were neck and neck with them last year, and we've added a quarterback. We've added some extra weapons around the quarterback. I think we're gonna, I'm not necessarily we're gonna make a run in the playoffs and win, go to the Super Bowl. But I do think that we can win the NFC South. I feel good about it. I feel good about Kirk Cousins coming in. I think Kyle Pitts is finally going to get used. Bijan is finally going to get used. We're going to have a good time. Yes, most of our improvements were on the offense, but the defense was pretty solid last year, led by Jesse Bates. He's coming back. He's going to be the kind of the goat of that side of the ball for the year.
Plus, anyway. I was just about to say, you guys for the first time in several years have maybe since Mike Smith. Well, I guess Dan Quinn was a defensive-minded coach as well. So, but either way, I was going to say Raheem Morris coming in. Defensive leaning guy. So you guys should lean on that defense a little bit more now, and my guess would be that he'll hand over the reins to someone else to sort of handle the offensive side. Yeah, which is the right thing to do. Yeah,
I feel good about it. All right, next one up. I got maybe there's a couple more I want to get. We're not going to get through all of these, but Kansas City Chiefs, Bert, they going to hit a three-peat this year or no?
I would go extremely quickly. Brad, you could go ahead and write this down. Absolutely. I wouldn't say absolutely, but as long as you have number 15 on your team, you absolutely have a chance to do it. And I think they do it, man, because I think we have a little bit of an easier, we have a rough schedule at the beginning of the season, but I feel like towards the tail end of it, we could not go, I wouldn't say go in cruise control or anything, but just not to have to worry too much. It all really depends on these first 2 games with the Ravens and the Bengals. And then, of course, I think the 49ers are our last tough game of in the middle part. And at the end of the year, depending on how the Steelers are, but the Texans will be a tough one for us. But I think we're just going to learn about our team throughout the season, get progressively better. And then once those playoff hits, number 15 is just going to take over like always. So I say we actually hit history this year.
Well, I really don't have an answer for this, man. I mean, I don't. I try to, personal feelings aside. I don't see that there's any real reason that they can't do it. I hope that they don't misunderstand me. You know, I mean, that's nothing against the Chiefs, Birdie. I just, I want to see the Niners go all the way. Even if you guys make it to the Super Bowl, I wouldn't care to have a 3-match in the Super Bowl. Yeah, and just I mean, obviously, I'd like to see the Niners win, but just speaking out of emotion, or outside of emotion. I don't see. I'm looking at the schedule now. I mean, I don't really think that there's anything on here that would tell me that they can't do it. And there's not really any question marks on the roster. Anything that's happened, I mean, you guys upgraded your receiving core. I don't think there's been many changes on the offensive line. Did you guys let go of Clyde?
No, we got Clyde. Clyde is, as of right now, our RB2.
Okay, behind whom?
Behind I said Pacheco, because Pacheco.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I got you. Yeah.
Pacheco, and that guy's going to be running for his how he runs hard, man. If you all heard the story about Pacheco, he runs because of his brother, unfortunately getting murdered and all that, and he promised his little brother that he will never stop running hard, especially this season, because I think this is his last year of his rookie contract, so he's absolutely going to run harder than ever to be paid as a top running back in the NFL. And plus, he's the first he's the first running back to start the first 2 years of his career and won a Super Bowl too. So Pacheco, he's got actually a good resume early on as a great running back.
Yeah, of course. So but I'm going to say no. I just want to try to wish that into existence. So I'm going to say no.
I just thought of a quick song real quick. You want to hear it real quick?
Ding,
ding, ding, ding, ding, ding. Chris Galloway's a bitch. And that's all I got now. That's all I got right now. I'll let you know what the rest of the lyrics.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah. Let me know when you finish the lyrics.
Here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to say on the matter. I'm going to say this. Like you said, I don't see any reason why they couldn't do it, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if they do. But for the sheer fact of how hard of a task it is to win a Super Bowl and do it 3 times in a row, or 3 times, that would be an incredibly difficult feat. I think they absolutely could do it, but just because of the odds against it, I'm going to say no, just for my own personal prediction, for my points here. I think, I'm going to say that. But again, if they do, I'm not going to be surprised. There's a lot of contenders. I know. I don't want to hear a damn song. I heard it already.
It'll be real quick.
Do the Chris one first, though.
The brass is my best friend. He's my best friend in the world, but some days he could be a little bitch. Anyway.
Whoa! It took a sharp turn to the left there. What the fuck?
I was just messing. But hey, I respect your all's opinion. Like, it's going to be tough. Trust me. This will be the toughest route to the Super Bowl we will ever have. Well, actually, it kind of was last year, but I'm just talking about for the entirety of the season, because everybody else's teams freaking really went up another level, especially those elite teams. So it's not going to be easy. But again, with number 15, Patty Mahomes, there's always a chance.
I agree with that. Yeah. Okay, I got 3 more. Let's do these quick. Pretty much rapid. Yes or no?
Rapid fire.
Alabama, they got a new coach, first time playing a season without Nick Saban, and however many years he was there. It's going to be a lot of crazy stuff. Do we think Alabama, the Crimson Tide, reaches 10 wins in the regular season? 12 team schedule. Are they going to win 10 of those games this year without Nick Saban?
Brad, now I hate talking nice about Alabama. You don't. I don't want to talk nice about Alabama, but man, the Oregon head coach is the head coach for Alabama. So I don't. Oh, excuse me. Washington's coach is the head coach of Alabama, and I honestly don't see anything changing, because that coach did a great job improving Washington to what it was last year, and the state it was last year, making it the playoff and the national championship. So I'm going to say good habits will continue, and I say Alabama will still win 10 games.
Okay, Chris, man, what you think?
No, I don't think they will.
All right. I don't either. I think there's too many variables. New coach and new teams getting added to the SEC, as Texas and Oklahoma. I think it's going to be harder for anybody to get 10 wins. They got the new coach on top of that. I think they might get. They're still going to have a great season, but I just think there's too many times. There's too many opportunities for slip ups now. Okay, next up, we got a lot of hype around Colorado, the Buffaloes. Out there with Deion Sanders and shit. Now they moved over to the Big 12. Do we think they're going to win 10 games in their new conference this year?
No, because that place is a complete shit show right now. And they started out 3-0. The whole world was talking about them. What happened afterwards? They lost every single game after that. So you're going to tell me they're going to improve? Hell no. Maybe by 2 games. So absolutely not. They're not going to win 10 games. Because again, we'll talk about this, I'm pretty sure, next week's episode about the conference changes. So yeah, absolutely not. Because you got to go up against Arizona, which that would be a heavy favorite team. You got a dangerous UFC. Cincinnati can make some noise. Like, Colorado's not going to win 10 games. Bullshit.
Okay, Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to go with no. I think Prime's hubris can only get so many people in there and can only win so many games, and they don't. I just think they have it to win that many. So I'm going to say no.
All right, I concur with both of you motherfuckers for a lot of the same reasons. Last one I got Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. He's going to come out. He's going to run the flag out again. Is he going to take the Jets to the playoffs this year? And well, that's pretty much it. Are the Jets going to make the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers this year?
I'll answer this as quickly as Aaron Rodgers' 2023 season. Yes, he will make the playoffs.
Okay, Chris, you?
So long as he stays healthy, if he's not hurt and he stays there, they will and I think will be a legitimate contender if he stays healthy.
I agree with you guys again. I'm going to go with yes as well. That's all those that I have. And unless you guys have anything super urgent, I was going to move over to some audience questions we got from the Brett's Facebook post.
Bring it.
Bring them all.
For the first episodes. First, Brother Fluff, our good friend from Good Real Hunting, been following us for a long time. He's a member on that channel. He's a great guy. He asked a question. Do any of you know if you have any celebrities that share your birthday with you? Because I looked it up for myself personally earlier. I don't have anything notable. Do you guys know anything off the top of your head? You guys share any celebrity birthdays?
I do know one on the top of my head real quickly, and that's Chloe Bennett. And for the Marvel fans out there, she plays Quake in the Marvel TV series that was on ABC called Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
Yeah, oddly enough, one of my probably top 5, maybe top 3. No, yeah, probably top 3 favorite actors, and one of the my just favorite people in the world. I share a birthday with him.
No, which one is it? Nicolas Cage?
Tom Hardy.
Oh, that's cool.
Tom Hardy and I have the same birthday. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude!
Are we talking about just the date?
Just the date, yeah, just the date.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say not the same year, of course, but
you mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling.
Guys, mine is stacked. But I'm just now looking at it, okay? Because we got Conan O'Brien has a birthday, James Woods, Vanessa Kirby, who's going to be Mrs. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four, and unfortunately,
she's really good in Pieces of a Woman.
Oh yeah, she's a piece of a woman, all right. But also, unfortunately, Kourtney Kardashian. I have to share a damn birthday with Kardashian.
Jeff, you guys should get a cake together.
Jeff Dunham has one, and Melissa Joan Hart, who plays Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Like, April 18th is the best day of the year. Are you kidding me?
That's a good birthday spread right there, Birdie. Nice. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, I like my women's spread too. But anyways,
like butter. Okay, we got one here from Heather Smith too. Obviously, another follower of the Good Real Hunting channel that we've had around on the channel for a long time. Great person. She asked us our favorite beer and food combo. Chris, you take this one first.
Oh man, are we allowed to just go so generic as to say just a light beer and a hot dog at the ballpark? I mean, that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite things. You know, as much as I love craft beer, man, I mean, nothing can beat just a good tall light beer and a fucking let's even go a little bit further. Let's say you're at a Cubs game, you got a Chicago dog, good light beer at the ballpark. That's
slurping down chili dog.
Dude, that Atlanta Braves chili dog is a whole nother game level too.
If you can find mustard.
Yeah.
That's you usually burn off.
Yeah, the last time we all went, Brad and I missed 3 innings just looking for goddamn mustard.
Yeah, and I was just I was just like, where the hell have you all been? Like
holding sausages, running around the fucking stadium. They got cold by the time. Yeah, looking for sausage mustard. For me, it's got to be beer and wings. Specifically,
Okay.
I would say light beer, cold mug, draft, 22 ounces, really crispy on the outside because it's cold and just perfect temperature.
Yes.
Yeah, you like that? You like that a lot?
I love it. Yeah.
With some damn wings. And I would say probably something like a hot wing, and I like maybe 5 hot wings, 5 barbecue, something like that. That's, it could be, some variation of that. But either way, that's my happy place when I'm drinking beer is wings and beer. That's cliche as it sounds. It's just there's nothing that really tops it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Some ranch. I don't know.
I'm the same way though, because there's nothing beats beers and wings. That's just like the official snack of the NFL or just anything football related. It's always wings because like, what are you going to have at a Super Bowl? You're not going to have. No offense, Chris, because I love hot dogs. I love hot dogs, but you're not going to have a hot dog for the Super Bowl. You're going to have freaking wings because billions of chickens get devoured that particular game. So. That just tells you right there. It's definitely going to be wings and beer. Me, the lighter the beer, the better. But again, I can't have beer anymore. So for this particular one, I'm going to say just for my favorite soft drink out there, and that's Pip Extra. I will always die on that hill that Pip Extra is the best drink in the entire world in the soda department. And for wings, I will do 20 wings. I got to do 10 of just like Brad said, you got to have you some kind of barbecue on there. Whether you love it sweet, spicy, whatever. It's great. And of course, I'm a big Asian flavor wing guy now. That's now my favorite wing flavor. So good when it hits your lips. Yum, 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 yum.
So got to have one more.
Yeah. One more. I just ate the rest of Brett's wings today, actually.
You bastard.
I knew it.
Okay. One more here for this episode. Raymond Malibu, he said, what do we think of the new NFL kicking rules? They've made changes to both the kickoffs this year. If you guys haven't seen the preseason, they basically, I don't know what yard line it is per se, but everybody kind of lines up 10 yards ahead of each other. They're actually the point is they're actually able to kind of return balls now. It's not an automatic touchback every time because they've adjusted some things and made things safer for the players. And the onside kick rules are a little bit fucking stupid because it's like you can't kick an onside kick unless it's the fourth quarter and you're losing and you tell the other team that you're doing an onside kick and you make it abundantly clear that's what you're going to do. So that's kind of what it is. I don't mind the kickoff thing because everything was touchbacks anyway. It was the most pointless play in sports. The onside kick stuff is fucking stupid, though, if you ask me. I don't like that.
Well, that would completely negate the Saints Super Bowl win, wouldn't it?
100%, because remember that surprise onside kick there?
Yeah, at the beginning of the second quarter, or second half, excuse me, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And plus, I hate to bring back some bad memories, Brad. Do you remember when Tennessee played Rutgers, and it was the opening kickoff? They did an onside kick, and they got the ball?
Rutgers against, I don't remember what year was that.
It was like mid 2000s, but like I was at the game and the opening kickoff was an onside kick and Rutgers got it, but we beat them afterwards. But
that was like 2003 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, plus that's just that's the specialty of onside kicks, like the excitement, if there is excitement, because like there is like very little success on getting onside kicks, and now we're even going to lower that number by telling the other team, hey, we're going to kick an onside kick. Like that just takes the fun and excitement. And plus, that's your job as the opposing team, knowing what the other team is getting ready to do so you can counteract it. So I think onside kicking is just all of it is just bullshit anyway, because I'm just of the opinion, if you can convert a fourth into 25, like a fourth into 20, you should get the ball back. That's what I feel like we should be doing in the future versus onside kicks. To me, that brings more excitement to the game. But for regular kickoffs, don't matter to me because, like Brad said, they're mainly touchbacks anyway, so it's pointless.
Yeah, I mean, the rules are kind of they're kind of weird. They're kind of they're skewed ostensibly in the favor of player safety and those kinds of things, but I think that it's set up now to where like no one can move until the receiver grabs the ball, right? Am I wrong in that? Yeah. So it's not until he touches the ball that they can actually go and try to do any sort of blocking or whatever. So it's to promote both player safety and also, I guess, to try and get them out, to get better field better field position. I kept wanting to say field placement, and I was like, "That's not right." Better field position. So I don't know. We'll have to see it in action the first couple of times, but obviously, the Titans burned the 49ers in the preseason game. And I know we're using backups and everything like that, but just watching a couple of those replays, which I didn't even watch the game live, but just seeing the replays is kind of like, I don't know, man. It just looks weird. It feels weird, and I think there's going to be a lot more returns for touchdowns this year. I don't know if that's intentional or not. We'll see how it goes, man. Now, but special teams is going to take on a whole new role in winning games now for sure. What do you think, Brad?
I said already. I'm not against the kickoff change because again, touchbacks are boring. It's pointless. You might as well just skip the play. Onside kicks, dumb as hell.
Yeah, just
I think
start on the 25.
Yeah, I mean, if they were going to fix anything, I think they should have fixed the overtime because that's still bullshit. I don't like their overtime.
I agree.
But either way, that's kind of how I feel about it. That's really all the questions we have here today. But if you guys want your questions featured in a future episode of Beers with the Bro False on Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff, we'll be posting every week to get a few fan questions. We're not going to get them all every week, but we'll try. Post them in there. We'll get some in here for you. We like to be engaged there, and that's really all we got here today. You guys have anything to add to anything here today?
I think so, man. For that three-peat.
Oh, fuck off!
Oh, also, if you have any
bitch boy,
anything like news stories or TikTok videos or anything like that you would like us to read off or react to, you could send those in as well.
Yeah, please do. Or it's like send them to me. Like we're all active on TikTok, but I'm pretty sure out of all of us, I will respond to the message the quickest. So if you want to send it to me, Evan, I will save it in a Beers with the Bros playlist, which I'm thinking about making it public here soon, just so to get some interaction on that.
I love the idea. I like it a lot. Yeah, shoot it over there and we'll talk about it. We had a lot to cover tonight being the first episode. We wanted to get to a little bit of the sports stuff and whatnot. So yeah, we did. But
we'll
yeah,
definitely get more sports next week too. So
speaking of next week, we're going to be tackling some good stuff. We're going to be talking a lot of big conference changes in college football in this past off season. The Pac-12's down to like 2 teams, Birdie. Big 12's crazy. Big 10's all the way across the country.
It's the Pac-2 now.
Yes, the Pac-2. That's why they kept it the Pac-12 because it's actually not the Pac-12. It's the Pac-1 too. That's counting all the fucking teams there. So we're going to go over all those changes. We're going to go over our picks. We're going to pick the conference champions for each of those conferences. We're going to have a lot of fun talking about that. We'll probably talk
even the Sun Belt.
Fuck it. We'll pick the Sun Belt. Fuck it. Let's pick all the conferences. We'll do it. It'll be fun.
I know what Brad's picking. He's going to pick the team that, that the defensive player took an offensive player's helmet off and just him in the head with it, man. So that's what Happy Steak's going.
I left them. I was the head coach of them, but I left them. I went to Memphis. I'm sure things will go well there. But no, it's
bad with Texas State, though.
That's true. He did.
On an onside kick.
Yeah, that's a motherfucker, dude. Onside kicks. No, it's great. We're going to have fun talking college football next week. We got a couple weeks before the college football season starts, so we're going to try to do some of that first. And then, here in a couple weeks, we'll get into some more NFL stuff because that preseason is still going on, but that season will start a couple weeks after the college ball starts. So excited about it. Like we said, give us a like.
Football.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be talking some of that, too. Once we get into it, we got a draft. Birdie and I, all three of us got a draft coming up on a Dynasty League coming up here in a few weeks. That's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be talking fantasy all season, trades, all kinds of cool stuff. It's going to be a great season and excited to get things rolling, man. That being said, Birdie, you do it on Good Will Hunting. Once you do it here, once you send us home, man.
I'm going to go ahead and send us home, and thank you so much for making Beers with the Bros, Episode 1, Meet the Bros. Such a great episode. Hopefully you're going to jump on that train with us by following us on Facebook and Instagram. And, hey, if we're doing very successful, we'll open up that Patreon options too where you can support Beers with the Bros so you can help with our beer budget because it's always much appreciated, especially this guy. Holy crap, we got such a budget for freaking him. It's freaking incredible.
I need money. Also, anyone that can, please compliment Birdie on his Kadarius Toney jersey.
And this is where we freaking log out.
So much thought and heart went into this thing. Please compliment him on it. He loves it. It's his favorite player.
And I'm gonna just go ahead and close out this show.
You don't have to be ashamed.
No, I'm just gonna sing a nice, beautiful song to carry us out here. Ding, 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 ding. There, Chris Galloway's a bitch. Wow. Sing it with me, Brad. Sing it with me before we get out here.
Brad, don't you
Galloway.
I want to get some burritos.
Oh, okay, he ruined it. Guys, we're out of here. We will see you all next week on the jam-pack episode for episode 2. Beers with the Bros. We're rowdy. See you later.